All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on your time, or good evening. Today, our topic is about something I mentioned in my book, in the Deception of Allah, about Muhammad ordering the murder of an innocent believer. Now, the Muslims, they get so angry and they accuse me of fabricating lies and etc. Today we are going to show you why I am making the Muslims upset. You see, if you watch the cartoon, or like let's say this old funny TV series, it says you cannot handle the truth. You know, this is exactly what happened to the Muslims. I can show, and let me do this first. I'm going to open my Skype, and I challenge any Muslim to call me and to challenge me to prove the story to be true. You see, the funny is that Muslims, they accuse me of lying, but nobody have the courage to get me busted. I mean, you post, you make a video, you say Christian Prince is where we can find this hadith? Why you don't call me? Why Muslims don't call right now and let us see, either people will laugh at you or people will laugh at me. So this is an open challenge for the Muslims. I'm opening my Skype right now just to be sure that any Muslim would like to call, he can call immediately. And all what you need to do, you do not need to add me, just as you see, my account in Skype is there, Debate TV. Find it, click at call. I have a setup to allow people who they are not in my contact, because I cannot add any more people, they have too many. You can call me immediately. In front of us, this is a Shia website. The reason I'm showing you the Shia right now, because a Muslim, he said, this is what the Shia believe, not what we believe. I mean, this guy is an idiot again. By the way, one of you, he said to me, if you stop saying idiot, stupid, more people, they will listen. I don't care who listen, who don't. I mean, you see, for me, I share the truth as it is. And if somebody is an idiot, I have to say he's an idiot. I don't really care about if there is a million subscriber to my account or just a 20 or 30,000. This is not really, this is the last of my worry. My worry is to share the truth as it is. If somebody is stupid, I will call him stupid. So what the Muslims, they do, anything you mention to them is written in their books. The first thing they say to you, it's da'if. It doesn't matter what you are saying, da'if, but da'if is accepted. Even the da'if one, the da'if mean weak for those who don't speak Arabic. The word da'if mean weak, but da'if is accepted. So why they are saying to you da'if? There's no sound? Guys, am I heard? I think the sound is good. Refresh your page, please. Why they mention to you da'if? Because they try to run away from what you present. Whatever you present. Okay, what if it is not da'if? Da'if is accepted. I can show you a video right now. Like the problem is when I play Muslim videos, they right away flag me for copyright. Try to take my videos down. But you can go right now and search for Sheikh Hamza da'if hadith, and you will see Sheikh Hamza, who is a Muslim, who do a TV show, and the Muslim, they appreciate him big deal. He explained to the dumb Muslims that da'if does not mean it funk. It pass. I'm quoting exactly what he said. It did not funk. It pass. So it pass, my friend. So right away they assume that when they say to you it's weak, they run away from what you present to them. Da'if hadith is accepted. All right. Posting video, cat are not stepping on the Quran. I don't know what does that mean exactly. Maybe the Quran smell bad, because cat are very sensitive. If you want to have if you have like food is poisoned or something wrong with it, give it to a cat. If the cat refuses to eat it, don't eat it. Maybe the cat is funny. Anyway, so here, this is a sheikh. This is for the guy who said to me, we Shia, we don't believe in this. This is your sheikh. This is the Imam Al-Starhi Al-Husayni, big potato, and this is his website. This is his official website. You see in the top, this is his official website. Let me zoom in. All right, do you see it, my friend? So this is not my website. This is not Christian Prince speaking. Your Imam is quoting the same hadith which Muslims trying to deny. And the funny, they say to me, well, we went in Sahih al-Bukhari in English, we did not find it. You idiot, who said that? This is, you see, there's something about the dumb Muslims. There is books, is the explanation of Sahih al-Bukhari is quoting the story. And Sahih al-Bukhari, number one, Sahih al-Bukhari in Arabic, the numbers have nothing to do with the English one. Number two, if somebody quote for you and says it's reported in Sahih al-Bukhari, and that is the explanation of Sahih al-Bukhari, this is your problem, because it is your Imam who says this is in Sahih al-Bukhari and this is the interpretation for it. And I will show you that. So this is the Shia Imam. He is using the hadith which is approved by both of them, Shia and Sunni, not Shia only, not Sunni only. Actually, it is coming from Sunni books, but the Shia, they like this hadith too, and now they are using this hadith to torture the beloved ones of the Sunnah. The story here in front of us, I'm not going to read it all, but just to make it simple for those who do not know what happened here, a man, he was well known to be a great believer, and the Muslims, they mention his name, all right, and they said to Muhammad, there is a great believer who pray a lot, he is very passionate to Allah, he is a very great believer, he is a wonderful man, he fast, nobody pray like him, like this guy, he pray like day and night. So obviously Muhammad, he got jealous, and they describing for him, describe the man to Muhammad. He said, I don't know him. And look what it says here. An Anas, reported from Anas. Who is Anas? Muslims, who is Anas? Are you going to say to me he's a scumbag? You can say that, no problem. كان في عهد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رجل يعجبنا تعبده واجتهاده. In the time of the Prophet, there was a man, we admired his worship and passionate and righteousness, and we mention him to the Prophet or to the messenger with his name, so he could not recognize him, and then we describe him for him, he could not recognize him, and while we are talking about him is the man coming over. So now they are talking about the man is coming. So we said to him, oh, this is the man. Muhammad said, you are telling me about a man, I see in his face the look or the touch of the similarity of Satan. Why? They were just praising him. He's a great believer, he pray a lot, he fast, he is a very righteous man. And Muhammad right away, he says, oh, this guy, in his face he have something of the Shaitan. You see the jealousy of the, he did not do anything wrong. Nothing. This guy, he is a Muslim, he pray to Allah, he fast, he pray more than them. Even the Muslims, they admire him, and the story in front of you. And then right away Muhammad, when he came to him, he said, do you think are you thinking yourself like there's nobody is better than you here? You know, this is what Muhammad said to him. I mean, and there's no reason for that, but this is the sign of jealousy. Do you think like there's nobody is better than you? Imagine I am in a church and a guy, he enter upon the church and I am there and I claim that I am like the best guy there, and then they start telling me about a guy who is a wonderful Christian, who pray a lot, who is a very decent, very righteous and amazing person, and then right away when he come to me, he says, do you think nobody is better than you? Huh? Obviously it's a jealousy, correct? It's clear and it's obvious. And then Muhammad, after he said to him, do you think like there's nobody is better than you? The guy, he said, by Allah, yes. This is, remember, this is the story as reported by the Abdul. We do not know exactly the actual truth. This is their side of the story, not our story. The guy, he said, by Allah, he swear by Allah, yes. And then he enter right away to pray. Look, this guy is good. He is going to the mosque to pray right away. He don't waste time. He don't talk too much. This guy, he pray all day. The Prophet said, who is going to slaughter this man? What? What? Guys, do you remember the Muslim, they say to you that the Quran said that Allah said to Moses, if somebody he killed an innocent man as if he killed all mankind? How many times we heard this? Okay, now what is the crime of this man? Any Muslim want to tell me? What is the crime of this man? What he did? Why Muhammad want to kill him? And then Abu Bakr, he said, I will kill him. Look at the volunteer, man. A second ago they were praising him. A second ago they were saying he's an amazing person. Now Muhammad, he said, who want to kill him? Abu Bakr, he said, I will kill him. So he entered upon the mosque. فَدَخَلَ عَلَيْهِ فَوَجَدَهُ يُصَلِّي. So he entered upon the mosque and he found him praying. So he said, praise be to Allah. Should I kill a man he is praying? Maybe it's not a good idea. The Prophet, he forbid us from killing the one who pray. Wow, what a nice Prophet. But isn't the Prophet who ordered you to go after him in the mosque to kill him? Well, obviously he's in the mosque praying. Then he came out and he told the messenger, he said to him, what you did you kill him? The man, he said, Abu Bakr, قال كرهت أن أقتله وهو يصلي. I hated to kill him while he is praying. And you are the one who forbid us from killing somebody is praying. So I'm just obeying you. The messenger of Allah said, who will kill this man? He's getting more angry now because Abu Bakr, he could not make it. Umar, he said, I will kill him. قال عمر أنا فدخل فوجده واضعا جبهته. So the Umar, he entered upon the mosque, he found the man, his head down in the floor praying. So Umar, he said, the same as Abu Bakr. He said, Abu Bakr afdal minni. Said, well, you know, I think like Abu Bakr is better than me to do so. I'm not going to kill the guy who his head is down. You know, I'm going to wait for him until he finish at least. So he came out. So the Prophet, he said to him, Mah, which means what up? What's up? You killed him? قال وجدته واضعا جبهته لله. I found his making his bone, his face down to Allah. So I hated to kill him. So the Prophet, he said, who would kill the man for me? من يقتل الرجل. Muhammad is getting crazy now. فقال علي. So Ali, he said, أنا, me, man, come on. They are potatoes. I'm going to kill him for you. So the messenger, he said, أنت إن أدركته. You will kill him if you find him. Like rush before you catch him before he leave. So Ali, he enter and he found him, he left. What a sad story. And then Muhammad, he said, if this man was killed, there's no two men of my nation will be in this agreement. Now look here. This is from the Shia website. For the one who said to me, this is what the Sunni believe and this is the Shia, etc. This is the Shia you believe, and you will see why they believe in that. First of all, this is reported in the book of Sharh Fath al-Bukhari fi Sharh Sahih al-Bukhari, the explanation of al-Bukhari. Now the question here, if the hadith is not in al-Bukhari, why it's in the explanation of the Bukhari? You find out, Abdul. You know what I mean? If this story is not coming from al-Bukhari, why it is in the book? It's called the explanation of al-Bukhari. Hello? Okay, no problem. Islamic madness. So this is the book of Al-Isaba li Ibn Hajar, volume number 1, 484. Hulyat al-Awliya, Tarikh Ibn Kathir, 227. Remember, this is not my numbers, this is not my reference, this is your Muslim website reference. 2987 from Abi Sa'id al-Khudri, Musnad Ahmad, volume 3, 15. And as it came in Sahih Muslim and Sunan Ibn Dawood, read with me. According to them, Ali, he killed him. All right. قال الثعلبي. Now they are giving more reference. More. This is not the story, the same story, but it's like different reports, but it's the same. All right. راجع التاريخ أبو الفداء المقريزي, etc. So all those reference, and this is the Shia approved. So the one who said to me, we Shia, we don't believe in garbage like this, here we go. This is your Shia website, and you believe in it. So shut up. Now we go to the Sunni. Again, if there is any Abdul, he have the courage to call me, please feel free. I would love to have you live on air. All right. Now, guys, don't forget to copy the link and share it with your friends, because most of people do not know what we are, that we are live on air. Now, here in front of us, this is a video. This is a video speaking about the same hadith I'm talking about, and the link is down in the info, so you can click in it and you can hear this Imam, who is a Sunni from Saudi Arabia, praising the Prophet for ordering and killing a man who was praying. The same exact story I'm reading for you. The same what? The same exact story. How Muhammad, he saw this man and he said, they told him that he is a great believer, so he thought he's a big shot. So the Prophet, he told them, he have the look of shaitan in his face. Who is going to kill him for me? The link is underneath of the video. Please click in it, especially if you speak Arabic, and laugh when the Muslim deny what I say. If this story is a lie, why your scholars even today in TV stations, they are proud about it and they are quoting it, and this is the station of Iqra. You know what Iqra? You can find it even in Dish Network in America. The filthy American, they are broadcasting the terrorism TV station, and they are wondering why there is terror in America. You see the microphone, it says Iqra. This is an Islamic TV station, and this is Sheikh for the Sunni from Saudi Arabia. Now, we can find you endless reference for the same story. Read with me what they say about this story. خلاصة حكم المحدث صحيح. What? صحيح. Should I sing it for you? Muslims, should I sing it for you? Does it say there Sahih? Or I'm making things up? Who is a Muslim? He speak Arabic. Wanna call me right now or read with me? Anyone? The same exact story. Here we go. إن أبا بكر الصديق جاء إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال يا رسول الله إني بوادي كذا وكذا رأيت رجلا متخشع حسن الهيئة يصلي فقال له النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم اذهب فاقتله فقال اذهب لي أبو بكر فلما رآه كان أن يقتله فرجع عليه رسول الله فسلم فاقتله فذهب عمر فرآه على الحال الذي رآه أبو بكر فقال فرجع ولن صحيت أنه متخشع. This is in the fast reading. Should I read it in the slow reading, Muslims? Which one you prefer? Huh? You Muslims are a bunch of cowards, so you accuse me of lying, but none of you dare to call me and get me busted? What a shame. I am live. Call me right now and record the video and post it all over and let everybody laugh, either at you or at your prophet. And as you see, it says Sahih, which make it more spicy. What's wrong with the Abdul? How many references I should show you? You see all those stories in front of us. What book I'm reading from now? Let us see. Abdul. Do you see what book I'm reading from? Let me zoom in. This is فتح الباري في شرح صحيح البخاري. So this hadith is in the explanation of Al-Bukhari. Question: why in the explanation of Al-Bukhari there is a hadith like this if Al-Bukhari never mentioned it? You ask yourself. So I mentioned to you what is explained from Al-Bukhari and the reference in the front of your eyes. And here we go. Let us zoom out so everybody can read with me the story again. So this is Fathul Bari fi Sharhi Sahih al-Bukhari. Do you know how the book look like? Should I show you? Let us see. Where is the book of Sahih al-Bukhari? So hold on, let me see the image. I have the image somewhere here. I hope I did not close it. Here we go. Do you see it, Muslims? What is the title says? Fathul Bari بشرح صحيح البخاري. This is the English translation for the book. So this story can be read in the book of Sharh al-Bukhari, the explanation of Al-Bukhari. All right. By Al-Imam Al-Hafiz. We go back. Now here the same story by Fathul Bari, and here it's appear in volume number 12. You see the numbers depend in the print and depend in the like the year of printing, etc. The size, like now, you know, I changed lately I changed the font of my book, so the size of the book changed. As simple as that, you know. If I make the font of my book 14, the book will become 600 pages. So if the numbers will change. Here you will see that the story. Let us see. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. قال جاء أبو بكر إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وقال يا رسول الله إني مررت بوادي كذا وكذا فإذا رجل حسن الهيئة متخشع يصلي فيه فقال اذهب فاقتلوه. Even here is even more ugly from the previous one we read. The guy Abu Bakr, he just said to him, I was coming in the valley of etc. and I saw a man who is praying, and he is a righteous man praying to Allah a lot. Muhammad right away he said to him, go to him and kill him. Go to him and kill him. The monster, the blood lover, Muhammad, he cannot accept that somebody is praising someone else except him. That's why he changed his name from Qasim to Muhammad. And again in this print, let me post the link here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to post the link in the info of this video. Let me do it right now as we speak. So anyone wanna go and read and educate himself. You see, we don't speak things from our mind, and this is why. And you know what? The Muslims who say the Christian prince is lying. So are you saying the story is exist or the story is fabricated? I want to know. Who is a Muslim wanna call me and tell me what do you mean by lying? The website I'm reading from, is that a Christian website? Let me zoom in on the address so you can see which website I'm reading from. Do you see it? Islamport.com. Islamport.com. Do you see it, Abdul? Is that my website? If we go to the main website, the main page, Where we go? Huh? الموسوعة الشاملة اسمها islamport.com. It's a library of the Muslims. All right. But because they are desperate, they do not know how they can run away from the disasters written in their books. Here, there's a different Muslim website. This is a Sunni website. They are discussing how this happened, and here they are saying, وَقُلْتُ وَهَذَا إِسْنَادٌ صَحِيحٌ عَلَى شَرْطِ مُسْلِمٍ. The hadith in all sides and direction is sahih. And here you will see like, look how many reference about where the hadith can be located, but the Muslim cannot find it. You see the reference? You see the books numbers? They cannot find it. All those hadith is the same, but they cannot find it. Huh? Let us see this one here. Actually, there's a fatwa website. Hold on, let me find you the fatwa. There's a fatwa about this because somebody he asked for a fatwa. Ew, serious. You see this guy now, things became official. We need a fatwa now. Fatwa, for those who do not know, is an official answer by a scholar, which means according to Islam, is that true or not? Let me get you the fatwa. Hold on, let me find it. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let me add this one too to the info. Hold on. What is the number of the fatwa, Abdul? What is the number of the fatwa? For those who have a bad vision, in case you are Abdul drinking too much urine. Oops, I went out, sorry. Here we go. This is fatwa number 45095, and you are the winner. Any Muslim he dare to say that this fatwa is a lie? What website I'm reading from? Fatwa al-Islam.web. This is official Islamic website for Muslims to seek official answers from official scholars. Do you see it, Muslims? Seriously, do you see it? Or still you cannot see it? And here it says the story as we quoted for you. Let us go down. وروى أبو علي وغيره عن أنس, and reported by Abu Ali and etc. and many from Anas, he said, there was in the time of the messenger a man who we like or admire a lot for his worshipping and hard working for the sake of Allah, and we mention his name to the Prophet. The Prophet, after we mention his name and we describe him for him, he could not like recognize him. And while we are talking about him, is the man is coming, we said to the Prophet, this is him, this is him. The Prophet said, إنكم لتخبروني عن رجل إن في وجهه سفعة شيطان. So you are telling me about a man in his face have the touch or the look of shaitan. Like, what? The guy, he did not do anything, and the Muslims, they admire him a lot. He is a good believer, he is a fantastic man, he prayed to Allah a lot, and right away Muhammad, he called him a shaitan immediately. And then the story, when he came after he entered the mosque, Muhammad, he said to his men, who of you want to go in and kill him? ثم دخل يصلي. So the man entered the mosque to pray. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, so the messenger, Allah pray on him and salute him, said, who will kill the man? Abu Bakr said, me. So he entered upon him and he found him praying, and he said, praise be to Allah, am I going to kill a man he's praying, and the Prophet, he forbid me from doing that? You see, they are talking about forbidding killing Muslim men praying, not Christian men. All right, this is a Muslim guy. Not only a Muslim guy, he is a very, very, very passionate, a righteous man who pray to Allah a lot. But Muhammad, he knew already this guy is entering the mosque to pray, but yet he is ordering, he is saying, who want to kill him for me? He cannot take it no more. You see here, Muhammad did not say arrest him for me. And by the way, I can copy this and take it to Google Translation. Hold on, let me do that. Let me open Google Translation so the Muslims will not say I'm making things up. You know them, you know that, Abdul, right? We know that Google Translation will not give an accurate translation, but it's okay. We will see what Google Translation can do. Something better than nothing. Okay, translation. Okay, here we go. We are in Google Translation. All right, we were where we were here. I'm going to copy in the front of your eyes. Here we go. All right, and I'm going to move to the top so we can switch to Google Translation. Where is Google Translation page? Here. All right, in front of your eyes. Paste. Translation. Here we go. The translation here might not be correct, as you know, but it's okay. That man is admired his worship. What? He's what? The Muslims are telling Muhammad about a man. They admire his worship. So this is the man we mentioned. And ijtihad here, ijtihad is mean he's like hard working, you know, like he is doing a lot of work for the sake of Allah. We mentioned this to the messenger of Allah and in his name, and then he said, the man, he came and he said to him, you tell me about a man who in his face the look of shaitan. Oh, what the heck. Suddenly Muhammad is God. He knows who is shaitan, who is not. The guy, he did nothing. Now here the translation is kind of funny, like he kissed and doesn't say that. All right, so then he said, who want to kill him for me? Let us go here. The messenger of Allah said, who killed the man? Who kills the man? Who is the volunteer when I kill the man for me? Guys, is the text clear? Is the text clear, or I need to let me see if I can make it bigger and zoom in. Here we go. All right. I think this is better. All right. So he said, who killed the man for me? Like what? What the man did? Nothing. Why you want to kill him? Just because you don't like his look and you say he have the look of shaitan? But as you see, the Muslims, they admired him. He was a wonderful man who worshiped a lot. He did nothing wrong. And Muhammad, because of his filthy jealousy, he found that this man obviously getting him busted, because he is the prophet, but yet he don't do what this man do. So he fear that this guy, he might replace him, for he is better. He is a better worshipper. He pray a lot, and he is the prophet. He is busy having sex with vagina. Muhammad is doing National Geographic vagina trip, while this man is praying to Allah all day long. So Muhammad, he felt insecure, and he now right away that this is a competition. I have to kill it immediately before it's going to grow, and he find more followers to admire him. And right away you see how fast the decision is to kill a man. He did nothing except he is a great believer. So the Messenger of Allah pray on him, said, who kills the man? Who wanna kill the man for me? Abu Bakr, he said, I will do it. Nice job, Abu Bakr. I mean, look how nice, the gang of Muhammad. I enter and I found him praying. What? Look, this guy is a real believer. I mean, he don't have to go and pray. You see, as you see, Muhammad and the guy outside eating zucchini, huh? And talking about the guy, but the guy is praying. Which one is better? The one who pray a lot and he don't waste his time, or the gang who is in the corner of the mosque in the outside talking about how we can kill this guy. So we found him, we enter, we found him praying. He said, huh? Subhanallah, like translation here, hallelujah. I kill a man and he pray, and the messenger, he forbid me from killing a man who pray. I'm not going to do that. So then the messenger of Allah said, what did you do? The Abu Bakr, he came out, and obviously he did not kill him. He said, I hated to kill him while he is praying, and you have finished, you have forbid us, not finished, you have forbid us from killing somebody and praying. But Muhammad already knew the man is going inside the mosque to pray. So Muhammad, he said again for the second time, who kills the man? Omar said, I. See here, the translation is not coming correct. So he entered and he found the man praying again, and he said, well, you know what, look like Abu Bakr is better than me, because he made the right decision. So which means he isn't going to kill him right now, because he found him praying. I found his face to God. When he left out, he said, Muhammad, he said to him, did you what you did? You know, like what you did exactly, what's up? He said, I found his face to Allah. This guy, he is bowing down, and he is not lifting his head even to cut his head up. What I can do? I mean, I'm waiting for him to lift his head up. He's praying. I thought to kill him. Muhammad said, like, I wanted you to kill him. So then Muhammad, he said, who killed the man? Muhammad is really getting nut. Then Ali, he said, I. Muhammad, he said to him, well, if you can't catch him, kill him. And then he get in. He said, he get in, he could not find him, and he left. So Muhammad, he said, if you kill this man, no two men will be in this agreement in my nation. The translation here is not coming correct. So do you see, Muslims? You are in denial for a very simple reason, because this is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is a prophet of God who kill a man. He is a Muslim man who is a great worshipper, a great follower, and he said nothing wrong, and he commit no crime, and he killed no one, and he stole nothing. Yet just because the Muslims, they admire him very much, Muhammad decide to kill him. Any Muslim wanna call me live and explain to me what kind of a prophet you have? Any Muslim, you see, I did just use a Google translation, copy paste in the front of your eyes. I mean, I added nothing, I took nothing, it's just Google translation. Do we have any Muslim would like to call? This is the truth about Islam, my friend. Muhammad is a madman who kill anyone he find him as a competition. As simple as that. And as you see, I'm showing you even a fatwa. I mean, officially a fatwa. Do you know what fatwa mean? Abdul, do you know what fatwa mean? Huh? You see, all of those are reference. This is a Musnad Ahmad. What about Musnad Ahmad? Is he a shish kebab? Musnad Ahmad, hadith number 19918. Any Abdul have a objection? Any Muslim? And you know, guys, if a Muslim came and he start texting, you know, don't go all over him and insult him. Let him talk. If a Muslim he's in the chat, let him encourage him to call me, and there is no need to speak like kids. If you are a Muslim and you have something to say, please feel free and call me. And you know, we are talking. I mean, you are more than welcome to talk. If there is any Muslim would like to call, any Muslim. No Muslims. So where is the brave one who is disagree and they say I'm not going to you know, like Christian Prince, he lied to us, Christian Prince, he is etc. You know, I mean, come on. You know, sometimes you look at the text, you find like a bunch of kids talking. Stop talking like kids. Anik, behave yourself. What's wrong with you? Somebody enter the chat, you start attacking him. Leave the guy alone. Do we have any Muslim would like to call me? You see, we are here to help the Muslims, not to insult them. When I say stupid, I mean stupid because they are. When I say a liar not to insult, but because they are. When I say you know, someone he is a scumbag, I'm not insulting, I'm saying he is a scumbag, for he is a scumbag. So don't say something unless it is what he is, and there's a reason for it. If a person he came here and he is just saying, where do you get this from? I show it to him. And then if he say it's a lie, you have to prove it. And then after we show him, if he's still in denial, that's mean he is the liar, not us. Then we can call him liar. Do we have any Muslim would like to call me life? Huh? This is the same hadith, and this is a Shia website. You see, it exists in the Sunni and the Shia, and all of them, they believe in it. You know, you see all those reference, as you see, Shia and Sunni, they believe in this garbage. Any Muslim. You see, sometimes I feel like I'm a homeless guy and he is begging for a Muslim. But yet when I go and hang up and I go to sleep, then the Muslim, they challenge me, make him post. When I go up, open my eyes, I go live, not a single one of them wanna call me. All right. Do we have any Abdul? We have this guy Prince, which like this guy, he have like some drama. Let me block you. If you cannot handle a chat room, don't come here. You know, people are weird. I mean, people, they are stupid, you know. It's a chat. You have no idea who's talking to you. So you cannot, people, they call me names. People, they threaten me to kill me. People, they say, if you cannot handle a chat, you idiot, leave. Go sleep. Why you are in YouTube? Why you are posting? It's a chat. Go and take your medication like Muhammad. Drink some camel urine. You know, there's some people, they love drama. And this is what the Muslims exactly they are. So one of them, he told them, I could not find the hadith the Christian Prince he quoted in his book. Obviously he's lying, he's a liar. Okay, here we go. Christian Prince is challenging you. And I'm willing to show you endless reference for this hadith. You know, there's an easy way, by the way, to find reference for anything, even if you don't speak Arabic. Let me show you how. Highlight, all right, anything. Like I will highlight this, all right, and I will click and search in Google. That's it. Here we go. Tons of reference for the same hadith. You see it? Abdul, do you see it? Here we go. This is the book of Al-Isaba li Ibn Hijr, and this is the same hadith we are talking about. Do you see it? Exactly. Different book, different reference, different reporter. Do you see it? I mean, how come I can find endless number of them, but Muslim could not even find one? All right. Look up Prophet Perry documentary. What prophet? Who is this guy, Prophet Perry? There's a prophet these days. There's somebody claim to be a prophet. Don't we have enough prophets? It's a good business, huh? Any Abdul? Highlight anything in the hadith and you click search in Google, you will find additional more. Here we go. Something we did not mention yet. Do you see it? جامع المسانيد والسنن, volume number 17. تاريخ مدينة دمشق, the history of etc. You know, of the Damascus, volume number 74. سنن الدراقي, الدراقطني, volume number 2. etc. It's endless. Or you will find my videos. And yet the Muslims cannot find it. I mean, do you see how hard the issue is? Do you see how hard to find the reference? But the Abdul, they cannot find it. And all the reference is coming from Islamic official websites. You see, this is a book I never mentioned. Huh? This is your Muslim website, library islam.web. Do you see it? Do you see it? Huh? The address is clear, isn't it? This is the address. What is the name of the book? Do you see it? And this is the cover of the book. Do you see it? Oh, I forgot. Muslims are blind since they drink too much camel urine, so they cannot see anything. So do we have any Muslim here want to say something? Any Muslim have an objection? Your prophet is a murderer, and he ordered to murder not only Christians and Jews and non-Muslims, he even ordered to murder a believer who commit nothing against him. He never say Muhammad is not a prophet. He never said a negative word about Muhammad. He accepted Islam. He said a shahada. He prayed more than the others, and he never broke any of what is called the Islamic law. Yet Muhammad, he ordered him to be slaughtered just because of his jealousy from this man who is better than him. Any Muslim have an objection? And the funny, we show them that the Muslims, they say that this is a Sahih hadith, and yet they are saying Christian Prince is lying. He's lying. All right. Highlight again. Highlight. Abdul. This one here have links. You cannot highlight. Yeah, this one have links. I don't know. Like they have a script in behind. It take you to other book. Yeah, the same reference to another book. See, there's a link for the text. The same story. وعن أنس ابن مالك قال hadith number 10402. Which book? This is the book of مجمع الزوائد ومنبع الفوائد. Any Muslim have an objection? So Muslims, when I am on air, you agree. When I go, you disagree. Is that how it is? Are we going to play hide and seek? Is that exactly what you Muslims trying to accomplish? When a Christian Prince, he stay for hours saying any Muslim, none of you dare to call. When a Christian Prince says goodbye guys, good night, I will see you tomorrow or the week after, right away you start posting and saying to me you are lying. I never said something without giving proofs and reference. Never. And I can provide reference for this story endless. Actually, I'm going to add in my book this for the same story list of reference for the same as we showed you. Any Abdul? Anyone? No, I think the Muslim, they don't want me to be longer on air. Trust me. A Muslim, they wish I close my broadcast very fast. That will be stupid of them to try to keep me on. You know. So, any Muslim have anything to say? Yeah, and before we finish here about this topic, yesterday somebody posted about the miracle of the Pharaoh. You see, you know, when I see Muslims posting a miracle in the Quran, I mean, your Quran, I'm not insulting, by the way, is officially a stupid book. Sorry, Muslims, I have to say it. And I accuse you, Muslims, that you are suffering from a great ignorance. If I go right now to speak about the miracle, what it's called the miracle of the Pharaoh, who is the Muslim is willing to call me right now so we can discuss it together and is going to be the best of our comedy for today? Who want to do that? Who is the Muslim want to call me right now to discuss the miracle of the Pharaoh? What's happened? Who is the Muslim? Or you know what, if you don't want the Pharaoh, no problem. Who is a Muslim wanna call me right now and tell me about anything is amazing in the Quran or a discovery, anything of your choice? Anyone? The Quran, we cannot consider it a book of history for a very simple reason. The Quran do not know even the correct names of people. As an example, the Quran speak about the Pharaoh, but there is no person his name is Pharaoh. And the reason I say he considered the Quran consider the Pharaoh as a person, because it speak about his wife and the name of the wife and the name of the etc. So what, there is a guy, which Pharaoh is what wife? Pharaoh is a title, not a name. Same time, if we go right now to the Quran, let me do that, hold on. As long we are talking about this Pharaoh story, just a question to the Muslims. Okay, we are here. Let us go to the Quran. Look like my computer is slowing down a little bit, no problem. All right. Look at the story about the Pharaoh in the Quran. It doesn't take you more than a few seconds, not a few minutes, to notice that the one who wrote the Quran is officially an idiot. All right. Chapter 28, verse number 6. I will go right away directly there. I will go to English, just don't worry. You know, I will open it first. All right. Now, the chapter is called Al-Qisas or Al-Qasas. This is a story, it's about stories. All right. Chapter 20, you know, like is speaking about you know, stories happening to Musa, etc. If we go and read in these stories, you will see Allah in verse number 3, supposedly he is telling the people about the story of Moses and the Pharaoh. Moses and the Pharaoh. All right. And then right away the Quran start doing poo-poo in verse number 6. Why? Let me show you in English. If you read the Muslims articles, they say to you that you know, they found a discovery. His name, a guy, his name is Haman. He was the engineer of the Pharaoh. That's what they say. All right, hold on. All right. The name in the Egyptian language is not Haman. It was like a like, you know, you see there is some letters, you know, they pronounce differently. However, it is Haman or Haman, you know, in the language of the Egyptian. However, the Quran here is saying that this guy Haman, he is a host, he is a leader of an army. Read with me carefully. To establish a firm place to them in the land and to show the Pharaoh and Haman and their host. What host? Their soldiers. Change the translator. Here they say host. All right. Unless they meant by host a soldier, then it's fine. You see. Actually, I believe most of the translators, they are just you know, copying from each other. There is no real translation. But if you use the other website, like this guy here, you will see all the translation all lined up in one page. And this is Ibn Kathir. Hold on. All right. This is the translation, or all the translation listed in this website. All right. Okay. Most of them, they are using the word host. Here, look at this guy, and they are armies. So Haman is not really an engineer, the one is talking about in the Quran, is an army leader. And he and the Pharaoh are equal, because it says, and the Pharaoh and Haman armies. You see here, they put between two brackets his minister, but it doesn't say it's a minister, because if the Pharaoh is the king of Haman, then we should not say the Pharaoh and Haman armies, because in Arabic it says junuduhuma or junuduhum. You know, here it says junuduhuma. Those who took my Arabic class, or you can search right now, you add ma at the end to make it double. So it doesn't say wajunudahum, which mean both of them. No, it says wajunudahuma. So there are two armies. So Haman have an army and the Pharaoh have an army. Okay, we continue. So those have two armies, and then the Quran says something very weird. Let me show you. The story is long. Let me flip the page. I mean, to turn it off so you don't get hurt looking with me. Oh boy. To make it simple, the Pharaoh, he ordered Haman to build for him or sorry, he told Haman to build for him a tower. All right. This is a chapter 28, verse number 38. Let us read together. Turn it on now. Here the translation, it says, "Oh chief." It doesn't say chief. It doesn't say that. It doesn't even mention his name. All right. وقال فرعون يا أهل الملأ, etc., etc. Then, so he said to Haman, can you make for me, Haman, something like this? Okay. Now Haman, he built for the Pharaoh a tower. Where was that tower located? Who is a Muslim want to tell me where was that tower located? A tower made from bricks out of a clay. Any Muslim can tell us? Is the buildings on Egypt made of a clay? Okay. Is it made all of it from bricks? All right. Is it a building to go up to sky? Anyone notice what I'm talking about? Which story in history about a king, he wanted to build a tower so he can go to God. Anyone remember? The Babylon. And if you go and search in history, you will see Haman is an Assyrian minister in the Babylon. So how Haman became with the Pharaoh? You know what I'm talking about? How Haman, the one who built the tower for his king, became a person who lived with the Pharaoh according to the Muslims. Any Abdul can explain to us? We can go right now and read the interpretation for this story. Chapter 28, verse number 38. Let us go. So the Muslim, they will not say we are making things up, you know. I need to close some pages. Too many pages open. Hold on. That's slowing my my computer. Let us see here. All right, and we close this one. Yeah, because I have tons of things is open, so we need to okay, 28, 38. I go back. Guys, do you see it? Do you see it? What is the purpose of this building? Read with me carefully. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain. Tafsir al-Jalalain means the interpretation of al-Jalalain. So supposedly the Pharaoh, he said to the member of council, like his minister, I do not know of any God for you other than me. So kindle for me, O Haman, fire over a clay and the brick for me, you know, which means made it from and bake for me bricks of a clay, and make it for me a lofty tower place that I may take a look at the God of Moses. This is the Pharaoh? Any Abdul? Or this is the Babylonian tower? Any Abdul? Who is the one who want to see God, who want to see if there's a God in the sky? Who is that one who built a tower from bricks? Where in the history of the Egyptian that they all all what we see in Egypt, those are tomb? Is that correct, guys? Is that correct, or I'm mistaken? All the great buildings we see in Egypt, they are tomb. Is that correct? Anyone have an objection? Those are tube, the pyramids, they are tubes. They are, sorry, tombs. They are made for a grave. It's a grave. It's not to go up to God and to see God. And this is not how they made. Here we are talking about a lofty tower made of a brick and clay. Go right now and check the Babylonian tower. So the stupid Muhammad, he mixed up the story between the Babylonian tower and the Pharaoh and the story of Moses. And then you are telling me that the Quran is speaking about history? Any Muslim want to say something? None of the buildings of the Egyptian is made so they can look at God. Those are tomb for their pharaohs and their kings. All of it. Any Abdul? Is that a history or this is a dump statement? Anyone? After I go, Muslim, they will start posting and they will start saying you are wrong. When we are here, they are so quiet. You know what I mean? The Pharaoh is the one who did that. Okay. Who is a Muslim and explain to us what's happening? Where we can find the tower which is built for the Pharaoh in Egypt to see God? Who is a Muslim want to give us a help? Haman is the minister of the Pharaoh? I mean, this is really stupid. You know, actually, just to show you something additional stupid in the Quran, which is going to get Muhammad more busted. Oh man, oh man. Garbage in, garbage out. إن قارون كان من قوم موسى. What? Any Muslim here have an idea what's happening here? Karun, he was from the people of Moses. Okay, let it go, let it go. I mean, it's history. This is history. This is documented history. Okay. What else? What else? Moses, he came with his message to three: Qarun and the Pharaoh and Haman. Okay, hold on. Anyone notice here what is the mistake in this story? Anyone notice here? What is the mistake here in this story? Let us see who is of you is going to think deep about it. I like to share my thought, but I like people to think with me, not only, you know, I am the only one thinking. What do you think there? Do you think there's a problem? I see a big problem there in those three names, but who can see it with me? Anyone? No, there's more than this. You see, if Karun was a person, sorry, if Haman and the Pharaoh, they used to be, Haman is a minister for the Pharaoh according to Muslim, right? Is that correct? Okay. So was Moses sent to Haman or he was sent to the Pharaoh? Look what it says in the story here. Remember also Qarun and the Pharaoh and Haman. There come to them Moses with a clear sign. So Allah, he sent Moses to Haman with a clear sign. In order to accept that, that's mean Haman was in different location from different nation. Because the Pharaoh is the one who present the Egyptian. Who is Haman then? You know what I mean? Who cared for Haman if Haman is just a minister? Allah, he sent Moses to Haman? Who's Haman? The Muslims in their article, they say Haman was an engineer. Allah, he sent Moses to Haman, and now Haman name is in the Quran. Here we go, became famous. Now, the other issue, we just showed you the verse before that says that Qarun or Qarun, he was from the people of Moses. Hold on. The people of Moses believe in Moses. This is why they follow him. Go back, go back. Go back. The dump Abdul. All right. وَإِنَّ قَارُونَ كَانَ مِنْ قَوْمِ مُوسَى. And Qarun, or he was from the people of Moses. Do you see it? So what does that mean? If you go on right now and search about Qarun, this is a story about a guy. He was very rich, supposedly extremely wealthy, and he have nothing to do with Moses. How this guy became from the people of Moses? No, this is not Aaron. This is different name. Don't mix. This is not Aaron. Okay, this is not the brother of Musa. Qarun is a very rich person. Are you getting my point? How this guy became from the people of Moses? Any Muslim wanna explain to us? How this guy? Let us search in Google about this guy. Where is this guy is located? Let us see. Any Muslim want to explain to us how this guy in the Quran is appearing? What is this guy? Who is this guy exactly? Any Muslim? Is that Korah? Is that really Korah? The one we see his name there? Who think this is Korah? Who think that this is Korah? If you look for this name, Korah, or let us see, we go here. Here they are giving you a list of names. Anyway, if you see here in the Bible, it's giving you a list of names, but where the name of Korah is located? Anyone can notice with me where is this name is located? You know, let us make it simple. According to here, the chief of Korah, the chief of Gotham, the chief of etc., the chief of etc., the chief of etc., blah 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 blah. It's you know, etc. You know, for me, I don't find any connection between what is the name that is mentioned in the Bible and the name is located in the Quran. The name is located in the Quran is about a very rich man. His name is Qarun. This is Wikipedia. They can put whatever they want. For me, I don't find any reason to believe that this is the same person. Qarun, you know, it can come as a translation, but the Qarun, the one is speaking about in Islam, is about someone he is extremely like a crazy wealthy. He have a lake of golds and silver. He have mountains of golds. He have mountains of diamonds. This guy, he is the most rich man ever in history. All right. Now, according to Muhammad, that this rich man, he lived in the time of Moses, and Moses, he came to him and he spoke to him. If you notice with me, the story here, let us go back. It says here that Qarun, he was from the people of Moses, but he was unjust, and we gave him treasures. What is that will make this guy? What that will make him? If he was unjust to Moses. Remember, he says from the people of Moses. That means this guy, he came after Moses, or in the time of Moses at least, and he must be a king. You see, he was unjust with them. That make him a king. Who is this guy? The most rich one in the between the people, who is going to be? What do you think? Who is going to be the most rich, especially in the old days? Because a king will not allow somebody else to be more rich than him. He will take his money, as simple as that. The most rich man is the king. So that will make Qarun the king, and that will make him a king of Moses. How that happened? And here it says clearly that he was unjust to them, which means he is in control. He is in control in Moses, and he is in control of the people of Moses. This is what the Quran is saying. Any Abdul would like to tell us something? Because as you see, Moses, he came to Qarun, he came to Pharaoh, he came to Haman with his message. Any Muslim have a comment, or this is a mistake here? Anyone? You know, like you see, I'm trying to make the Muslims get excited and call us and show us that we are wrong somehow, but somehow they don't, you know, they are afraid to call. I'm not sure why, if you have your God with you. You see, the names in the Bible have nothing to do with the names in the Quran. When you get the translation in the Quran, you see here they say to you Qarun. Is that similar to you to Korah? Does that sound like the same? No, it's not the same. But people, they make an assumption and they say maybe he is talking about this guy, maybe it's the same person, maybe you know, like, but I don't find really any really connection between the names is located in the Bible and located in the book of Muhammad. And here I am, you know, I'm willing to listen to any Muslim. He can show us something makes sense. Any Muslim? When you read the English translation of as an example, the book of Numbers, you know, you will see the name appear in English as Korah. You know, it's not really Korah, it is Korah. Korah. And there's a huge difference between Korah and Qarun. You can tell right away, right? So people that try looking to find like what maybe he is talking about this guy, maybe it is the same guy, but they are not even the same letters, not the same spelling, not the same pronunciation. They are too much far from each other. Are you getting my point? So if Muhammad talking about the same person, how come the name is not the right one? However, we have a history with Muhammad. Always he got with the wrong names, correct? Like as an example, Mary, she is the daughter of Umran. Who's Umran? Umran is not Umran, is Umram. He is the father of Moses. You remember? It's Umram. So Muhammad always he got confused with the names. This is not new, but here the name is really too far. There's not even close. For you as a person who don't speak Arabic and you do not know Hebrew, and you know you are reading translation, you are reading what in front of you is Karun, but Karun have nothing to do with Korah. The one you have it in English have nothing to do with the original name, which is Korah. You see in what happened when you translate to English, there's letters you don't have it, so you have to replace them with different color letters. So the letter Ha, you don't have it in here in English. So what do? You add the letter H, but it's not H. Like, you know, in English when they say Isa, you put the letter I, but this is not what they say in the Quran. The Quran says Isa. So you have a letter, you yourself, you cannot find it in your language, so you replace it with the letter I as a replacement. But the fact it is not I, it is Isa. So when we say Isa, there's no Isa. Not in the Quran, not in the English. The Quran says Isa. You don't have that letter. So here there is a confusion. Now, the question about the story of Musa is about meeting a person, his name is Qarun. And Qarun is one of his people. And Qarun is so filthy rich. And Qarun, he was unjust. And Qarun is obviously he is a leader of an army. He have an army. Who is this Qarun? And what happened? Why even the Quran is mentioning the story of a person, his name is Qarun, but there's nothing about Qarun? Read the story. What happened to Qarun? What happened next? Any Muslim want to tell us what this story is about? Here we go. The Quran is mentioning Qarun. What happened? Who is this guy Qarun? Why Allah is mentioning to me Qarun? And why Allah he gave him a treasure? Allah gave him the treasure. Why? Because he's bad? And what Qarun have to do with the Pharaoh and have to do with Haman? You know, if I read the whole chapter in front of me, it's funny. There's nothing about the story. Who is this guy? Read the whole chapter on love. So he mentioned the name Qarun, that he was rich and he was unjust, and okay, and what? And what is next? Read. What? Any Muslim can tell me what happened? Where is this guy he used to live? He is the son of who? Do you remember yesterday when we have a live broadcast? A Muslim, he says to us, the Bible written by John. John who? Okay, Qarun who? Who's Qarun? I want to know who is this guy Qarun? Why he is so important to the point Allah himself is speaking about him? No information. It's just a collection of fairy tale stories. Any Abdul? Any Abdul have an objection? And by the way, here, if you read the chapter 40, verse number 24, read this one. Now, when he came in truth from us, they said, slay the son of those who believe in him. Okay, he came to the truth to who? Of the old we send Moses with our sign and authority manifest to Pharaoh, Haman, and Karun. How this happened? Any Muslim can tell me? As I know, the people of Moses, they follow Moses. They believe in Moses. If Karun is a person from the people of Moses, why he is so important if he accept or not? Just because he's rich? Unless he's a king. And because he's a king, he have the authority to forbid people from not following Moses. So what was the impact of this Karun over Moses? Nothing. Any Muslim can explain to us what's happening? Now here, there's additional problem in this story. All of us will remember that the Muslim, they say Muhammad was the only international prophet. Is that correct? They say to you Moses was sent to the Jews, Isa was sent to the Jews, correct? That's what they say. Muhammad was sent to the whole world. But look at this. Moses was sent all over. Qarun, which is according to many legends, mostly it's a legend stories, that he is a person who live in Turkey. And mostly he is considered from the Aramaic Assyrian, something like that. Haman in Iraq. Pharaoh is Egyptian. But Moses was sent to the Jews, according to Muslims. You know what I mean? Was the Pharaoh sent to the Jews, or he was sent all over? So Moses, according to the Quran, was international prophet. Why the Muslim, they say to us, every prophet Allah he sent except Muhammad was to his people only. Additional to this, there's additional mistake in the story. Do you remember where the Quran says we never send a messenger except in the language of his own people? Right? We never send a messenger unless in the language of his own people. Let us go there. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ رَسُولٍ إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ. We never send a messenger, chapter 14, verse number 4, but in the language of his own people. What does that mean? which means Allah never send a messenger ever. There's no exception, unless he is from the people, as you see, and he speak the tongue of the people. Is Musa from the people of the Pharaoh? Any Muslim can explain to us what's happening here? Allah, he confirmed, and he said that in the time of Muhammad. This is not before Musa, this is in the time of Muhammad. We never ever send any messenger unless he is from the nation to his nation, speaking the language of his nation. Why? In order to make things for them clear. That makes sense. But we showed you in the other verse in the Quran, it says that Musa was sent to Pharaoh, Haman, and Qarun. But the Quran says, I never send any messenger except to his people, in the language of his people. Was Musa speaking to the Pharaoh in Hebrew? Any Muslim have an answer? What the language he was speaking to or with? Any Abdul? This is additional mistake in the history of Islam. Contradiction for the Quran. That Allah, he will never give any messenger unless he speak the language. And actually I find that this verse here makes sense. I mean, imagine if we send a messenger to Japan but he don't speak Japanese. That will not make sense. All right, so you need to speak the language of the people so they might understand. All right, now we will compare this verse to a Pakistani Muslim from Pakistan. Allah will never send, based on this verse in the front of us, will never send a messenger to Pakistan unless he is from Pakistan and speak the language of Pakistan. If I grow up with the Pharaoh does not make me Egyptian, my friend. Musa is still a Hebrew man. Is that correct? Right now I am an American. I have American citizenship, but all of you knows that my origin is not from here. Today I'm allowed to get citizenship because of the law, but before, if you live for the coming 200 years, you are just a stranger. Is that correct? Like as an example, what is the name of the caliphate of ISIS? His last name is Al-Qurashi. What does that mean? He is from Quraysh. You see how they go by back in the name? So it doesn't matter how long he live in Iraq, he is not from there. He is a stranger. He is from Quraysh, from Mecca. Ibn Kathir, they say he lived in Damascus. They call him Ibn Kathir Al-Qurashi. They claim that he is coming from Quraysh too, according to some reference. And many. So now Musa's, he lived in Egypt, doesn't make him an Egyptian. And the Quran calling Musa's from the children of Israel. Correct? Even the Quran calling Moses from the children of Israel. So he belonged to where? He belonged to Israel. It doesn't matter how long he lived in Egypt. And the verse in the front of us, it says to his own people. Do you see it? So in order for Moses to be a messenger, he have to speak the tongue of his people, and he have to be a messenger to his people. So Moses does not fit, and he is not a qualified based in the Quran, not in the Bible. Based in the Quran, Moses is not a qualified to be a messenger for the Egyptian, for he is not from the people, and he is not a qualified because of this, even though he might speak the language of the Pharaoh, because the Quran says why. It says, in order to make things clear to them. What about Haman? Do we have any Muslim here have an objection? Kurdish, you can call without a friend accept. I have my setup change, so you can call me right away. Just click at my name and call. So if I am a person who grow up or adopted, but I know my origin, I know who I am, still I am not an Egyptian. If you adopt a Chinese kid and you are from different ethnic group, right away you will notice that you cannot be from them. What a difference? Nothing. Moses grew up between the Egyptian, but he is not from the Egyptian, and even the Quran call him as one of the nation of Israel. He is not of the nation of Egypt. Getting my point? What about Aaron? Aaron was a messenger too to the Pharaoh according to the Quran, but the Quran confirmed that Allah will not send any messenger unless he is from the people speaking the language of the people. Any Abdul? Yeah, it doesn't matter even if you speak the language of the Egyptian. You see, guys, read with me carefully. Let me change the translator for you. You are confused. Some of you at least. All right. Read carefully with me, please. And we did not send any apostle but with the language of his people. Who is the people of Moses? Are they the Egyptian or the Israeli? All right, we have a call. Hello? Hello? Hey, hang up. Anyway, who is the people of Pharaoh? Sorry, of Moses, the Israeli. It says in the front of your eyes, we never send an apostle, anyone, but with the language of his people. And Moses, even in the Quran, never been considered from the Egyptian. Are you getting my point? At least if the Quran consider Moses as an Egyptian, I will say, okay, well, at least the Quran consider Moses as an Egyptian, but the Quran never consider Moses as an Egyptian. Moses is a messenger for the Jews only. But as you see, Allah supposedly he sent Moses and Aaron as messengers to three names: Haman and the Pharaoh and Qarun. The Quran says Qarun is one of the people of Israel. We will let it go. What about Haman and the Pharaoh? And according to the Muslims, that the wife of the Pharaoh, she believed in Moses. So Moses have a believers already in the family of the Pharaohs who they are not from the Jews. So this chapter actually is full of errors and full of mistakes. The story about the Pharaoh. Do we have any Abdul want to say something? And by the way, according to the Quran, remember where Musa lived, guys. Where Musa he lived, according to the Quran here in the story. Where he lived. He grew up in Egypt, correct? Okay. Qarun, the one is mentioned in the Quran, we mentioned to you his name, is supposedly is a very rich man. Correct? That's what the Quran is saying. The Quran says that this guy Qarun is extremely wealthy. And he have an army. Okay. How Qarun he met Moses? Which land is that? As you see, their names is listed together, Qarun and the Pharaoh and the Haman, and all of them they have armies. So if Qarun is a person from the people of Israel, how Qarun met with Moses? The only way for him to meet him is to be in Egypt. Correct? Okay, how he is from the people of Israel, but he have an army? You know what I mean? Do you think the Pharaoh will allow anyone else to have an army except him? And we showed you that the Quran says that even Haman have an army too. If we say, just to let it go, that Haman is working for the Pharaoh, which is wrong. Haman is a minister in Iraq for he have nothing to do with the Pharaoh. But just for the sake of argument, to let it go, if we say that Haman he worked for the Pharaoh, so how Haman he have an army and the Pharaoh have an army? It doesn't make sense. For the army is the army of the Pharaoh only. So all of them, they are leaders. And we are talking about Pharaoh, so obviously we are talking about kings. Because what is the similarity between Qarun and the Pharaoh? Anyone can tell me? I mean, why we are putting the Pharaoh and Qarun next to each other? Obviously this guy is a king, or at least he is equal to a king, and the Quran confirmed that he is the most rich person, even more than the Pharaoh. And that is a clear evidence that he must be more than a king, super king. Because until now, if you are a super rich, you are a king over all the kings around you. Trump will call you if you are a person who own it at $200 billion. He will come to visit you. He will open the door for you. When TV station and a news station they quote for you a statement of somebody, his name is George Soros, right? Why they are quoting him? Who is this guy? This guy is almost dead. His money is talking. So even now, money make you equal to kings and even higher. So imagine in the old days when you are so rich like that, what does that mean? You can, you have to protect your money. In order to protect such a money, a treasure you have, and your name is Qarun, then you have to have an army to protect you, a loyal army. Guys, are you getting my point? If I am rich in the time of Moses, and the Quran says that وَأَتَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْكُنُوزِ, and we gave him from the treasure unlimited, like crazy. Okay, in that time there's no banks. You see, today if you are rich, you can take your money to the bank and that's it. You're not worried about storing. Even if it's stolen, it's not your business. Correct? In order for Qarun, here they translate him as Korah, in order for this guy to have this treasure, he had to have an army, and the army must be something scary, something really big. But as we know that the people of Moses who live with the Pharaoh, they were slaves. Is that correct? Are we guys are we getting the point? A person, the Quran describe him that he have a treasure nobody can count. And it says here he have a troops. Do you see it? So who is this guy who have a troops and he have scary treasure? He must be a king. Okay, how he is in Egypt? He is a king where? In order to be such a rich person, scary person, who the whole world is speaking about my treasure, obviously everybody who have an army, he will be thinking about attacking me and taking my money. But obviously this guy is very well protected. He have a troops and nobody is able to steal his money from him. So based on the Quran, this person must be a king. And based on the Quran, that Allah he sent Moses to the Pharaoh in Egypt, so therefore this guy was in Egypt. Any Abdul? The story in the Bible about a guy, his name is Korah, is not a story about a guy who is extremely filthy rich. He is just a guy who have a group of people who follow him. It cannot be the same person. I don't see any connection between them. Right? It's a group of people who they are rebellions. But here there is a story here. We have a guy who have scary wealth. This is why I say, like, if you study carefully the Quran, you will find there's that when somebody they try to copy a name from the Bible and try to compare them and say, okay, must be Korah. You know, I don't find, you know, if I read the Bible carefully in the Old Testament, I don't find any connection between this person and Korah. And Abdul wanna say something? And it might be, you know, let's say, you know, Muhammad is trying to quote from the Old Testament, but as usual, he is quoting the wrong numbers, the wrong names, the wrong title, the wrong location, the wrong history. Everything is wrong. It is possible, you know, as we said, Muhammad always he quote the wrong thing. Like you see, when the Quran says that Mary is the sister of Aaron, remember that, right? So the Muslims they say, oh, in the time of Moses, or in the old days, in the time of Mary, they used to call the person by like his ancestor. This is not ancestor, you know. That's they call her by her father, not someone, you know. And you know, even by the ancestor, they will call me the grandson of etc., not the brother of etc. I am not the brother of Adam. I am the son of Adam. Is that correct? Even the logic is stupid when the Muslim try to answer to cover the mistake Muhammad did. So Muhammad he said that Mary is the sister of Aaron. Okay, but This is a chapter 19, verse number 28. But Mary and Aaron, they have nothing to connect with, you know. I mean, what make Mary is connected to Aaron to be her sister? Now the Muslim, when they say to you, at that time they used to call by the ancestor, they say to you, or the brother of etc., etc. Okay, let us see. The Quran says that Mary, she is the daughter of Umran. Is that correct? Mary is the daughter of Umran. Okay, hold on. So the Muslims here, they are in trouble. Who is Umran? This is the story of Mary, chapter 3, verse number 35. ومريم بنت ابنة عمران, chapter 66, verse number 12. Who is Mary? She is the daughter of a guy, his name is Umran. How this happened? How Mary became the daughter of Umran? Even the name of Umran is wrong. Muhammad is quoting the name of Umram. As usual, he always quote the names wrong. It is Umram, which means the last letter is M, not N. So Umram became Umran, but all of us, we knew that the father of Mary, his name is not Umran. Muhammad obviously proving again that he believed that Mary is the daughter of the father of Aaron, because the father of Aaron is Umran. Are you guys getting my point? Do you see the mistake? It's clear, right? So when they try to cover the ass of Muhammad, saying, oh, he at that time they say she is the sister, but it doesn't mean really she is like literally sister. Look at this. If you go in the Bible right away now, you will see that Aaron, he have a sister, her name is Maryam, and this is the name used in the Quran, Maryam. Are you getting my point? So Muhammad the stupid, he took the name of Maryam and he assumed, claiming that his God talking, that Maryam, the mother of Jesus, is Maryam, the sister of Aaron, the daughter of Amram. Are we clear? So how Muhammad can speak of history? And later we will find that a Jewish guy, he came to Aisha and he said to Aisha, hey Aisha, by the way, Mary is not the sister of Aaron. She is not the sister of Aaron. I see there's a couple of hundred of years between them. So Aisha, she said to him, you are a liar. She didn't say you got it wrong. She didn't say, oh, he didn't mean she is his physical blood sister. No, he's talking about the ancestor. No, she didn't say that. She accused him to be a liar. And then the guy, he said, well, anyway, the prophet, he knew best. She was afraid. She got angry. She would go to the prophet and she tell him, this guy is accusing you to be a liar. And right away he said, well, if the prophet he says so, I mean, the prophet he knew better. Who dare to say that? The prophet, obviously you can tell that this guy right away, he noticed that this man is a scam, but they have to say he's a prophet, otherwise they will die. Any Abdul? So they try to get away from Mary, the sister of Aaron, but they cannot get away from Mary, the daughter of Amran. Let me see if I can find you the hadith in English, the one about Mary and I cannot find it here. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I can find it in Arabic easy. I mean, it's very easy to find in Arabic. But the issue is how you can find those things in English. You know, that is the story. See, this is الجامع لأحكام القرآن تفسير القرطبي. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right, you will see how Ka'b al-Ahbar, he came to Aisha and he told her, but this is not accurate. Read with me here. وقال كعب الأحبار بحضرة عائشة. Ka'b al-Ahbar, he spoke in the presence of Aisha. O mother of the believers, إن مريم ليست بأخت هارون أخي موسى. فقالت له عائشة كذبت. He said, but Mary is not the sister of Aaron. Aisha, she said, you're a liar. And then the guy right away is like he's going to pee in his pant, you know. He said, oh, she get angry. So he said, O mother of the believers, if the messenger of Allah, he said so, he is more truthful and he is telling the truth and he know better. But as I know, there's more than 600 years between them. And then she was mute. Is that correct, Muslims? Is that correct? That Aisha, she was mute? How come Aisha should not say to him, well, you know, you get it wrong. He don't mean that she is his sister really. He meant that she is the daughter of the ancestor, you know. He didn't say that. This guy is saying with the clear words that there is a couple of hundreds of years between them. Actually, there's a hadith in Sahih Bukhari, but I don't know if I can Sahih Muslim. Let me see if I can find. Let us see this one. Hold on. I cannot find it. Not in the English website. As usual, nothing new. All right. So, you know, we can quote history from the Quran because the Quran is a book of shish kebab. It is hummus, falafel, whatever you want. And the Muslims desperately, they try to find a solution for the stupidity of Muhammad, and they try to cover always his errors by fabricating excuses. All right. Do we have any Muslim? Do we have any Abdul? Any Muslim have an objection of what we said? As you see, I'm showing you reference in front of your eyes. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right. You see the website address. This is not a Christian website. This is not a Christian Prince document or book. This is your book. So what do you say? So since the time of Muhammad get busted right away. Mary is not the daughter of Umran, and there's nobody his name is Umran. It is Umram. And Muhammad obviously is a scam, because if his God is God, how come he did not tell him that the mother of Mary is not Umram? How come he did not tell him that Mary is not the same Mary which is the sister of Aaron? Like, you see, if in the Bible there is no story that Aaron have a sister, her name is Maryam, we can say maybe he meant something else. If in the Bible we don't have a name that the father of Aaron, his name is Amram, we can say maybe Muhammad, he got that wrong in little thing, you know, like maybe here the pronunciation is different. It's exactly identical. Maryam is a sister of Aaron, real sister. Aaron is the son of Amram. So Aaron, yes, truly, he is the brother of Mary, but not our Mary, the mother of Jesus. Well, the Muslims talk about the Quran is a created or uncreated. This is because the madness of Muslims. However, the Muslims believe anyone believe the Quran is a created, he should be killed. But by doing that, the Muslims now they have two gods at least, because now we have two uncreated, like let us say, you want to call him a person? I mean, the Quran is exists by itself, is not a created. You explain that to me. So now we have Allah and we have the Quran, both are not created. So who is the one who created the Quran if not Allah? Well, the Quran is not created. Okay, so is that mean that the Quran is a divine God by himself or by itself? Madness. You know, it's a pure madness. All right. Somebody's asking me, well, when you say that Muhammad he has no miracles, and they say, well, David has no miracles, so how David is a prophet? I wish a Muslim will call me and tell me who is the one who named David the prophet first. And as long you agree that he is not having miracles, so why the Quran say that we refrain from sending miracles because of former generations we send them miracles and they refuse to believe in it? Which mean David has miracles. So what is the miracle of David, Muslims? Any Muslim can tell me. The Quran confirms all the prophets before Muhammad, they have a miracle. Any Muslim, you see the same question the Muslim they give you is the same bullet you use back. I would like to learn, you know, from the Christians. I mean, why when a Muslim he asks you a question, you don't ask him the same question? You know, first of all, prophet have nothing to do with making miracles. It's about prophesying. Is that correct? Guys, do you agree? If somebody made a prophecy and the prophecy is from God, he is a prophet. So the question of the Muslims is very naive. We are not saying Muhammad is not a prophet because only he have no miracles. but because he says stupid things and false stuff. The Bible gives two conditions at least for verification of a prophethood. A person who prophesy in wrong God, he is a false prophet, or like wrong name, like Muhammad, he prophesy in the name of Allah. Number two, if he give a prophecy and the prophecy, even if it's the name, the true name of the true God, and his prophecy did not come true, that means he's a false prophet. Correct? So it is not in the category that if you are a prophet you have to give a miracle. When we ask Muslims why Muhammad don't have miracles, it's not because Muhammad, he is not a prophet for that reason, but this is additional reason because the Quran keep talking that Allah refrained from giving miracles, and why Jesus then was given a lot of miracles but Muhammad have zero. Same time we need to ask the Muslims then, as long the Quran confirm that all the prophets Allah he gave them miracles, all the prophets before Muhammad. What is the miracle of David? Any Muslim can tell me? The one who texts me in Skype, did I give you a little answer you like? You know, you need to learn how to flip the tables on the Abdul. The same question they are giving you is a problem for them. Are you getting my point? All those verses in the front of us is mentioning David, that Allah he gave him a Zabur, a book. It's called a Zabur, the Psalm. Okay, what is the miracles of David which is given to David? According to the Quran, chapter 21, verse number 79, David was given a miracle. Chapter 21, verse number 79, when David he sing, even birds and mountains they sing with him. Any Abdul with us? Huh? So when the Muslim they say, how come David don't have miracles? That is a statement is of a stupidity. Guys, are we listening? You see, I'm showing you the Muslim translation, not my translation. Any Muslim have an objection? So if a Muslim he says, how come David have no miracles? Well, in your Quran he have miracles. So now the question is still valid. Why David in the Quran have miracles but Muhammad he don't? Do you see it? When David he sing, Allah gave him a sign that the mountains, the hill, the birds, they sing with him. That is a miracle. I sing. When I sing, everybody close his door. Last time I did sing in the theater, they kicked me out. So when the naive Abdul he says, how come then David is a prophet but yet he have no miracles? That is against your book, Abdul. And now we go back to zero. Why Muhammad he don't have miracles but David he has? Any Muslim can tell us? Yeah, to make the mountains sing with you, obviously it's a miracle. According to Muslims, when David he sing, the river stop. The birds sing with him. Even in paradise. Do you remember the video I used to play for you? I cannot play it here because they will say copyright. You know, you remember the video? It's called the description of paradise by the Dean Show. The guy in the video, he says when Prophet David he sing, the rivers they stop, the spring of water they stop to listen. It's a miracle. Have you ever heard of water stop? Imagine my faucet is open and I am taking a shower. Thank God it's not happening. So imagine I am taking a shower and I start singing and the water stop. I mean, that's not nice. So yes, it's a miracle. Allah, because Allah here is saying we gave David this. You see, he says here in Arabic, وَسَخَّرْنَا مَعَ دَاوُودَ الجِّبَالَ يُسَبِّحْنَ وَالطَّيْرَ وَكُنَّا فَاعِلِينَ. It's a miracle he gave it only to David. Are you getting my point? Do you see it? Allah he subdued the birds, the mountains to sing with David. It was a specific miracle for a specific man. His name is David. Are we good? So for us, my friend, when we say Muhammad he have no miracle, because he have no prophecy, he have no miracle, he have nothing truthful, even history is wrong, names are wrong, everything in his life is wrong. So what is left? What is left? Any Muslim can tell me? There's nothing left about Muhammad to be right. I don't find anything right about him. You know, isn't the Quran require the prophets to make miracles? Any Muslim can tell me if this is true or not. Do the Quran require prophets to make miracles? Yes or no? Any Abdul? You see, just put the question of the Muslims to examine their religion and you will see how much they will be in trouble. A question a Muslim he give you is a quicksand, is a moving sand. He will find himself digging for his own funeral. It is Allah in the Quran who required the Prophet of God to provide miracles. If you read the Quran, you will find every name of every prophet in the Quran without a single one. All of them they have miracles except Muhammad. So how the Muslims can explain that to us? Anyone? No answer. All what the Muslims they have for us, they say that the Quran is a miracle. Well, if the Quran is a miracle, then this verse in the Quran is stupid. Let me show you. Chapter 17, verse number 59. And we refrain from sending sign only because the men of former generations treated them as false. So what is the reason Allah he is giving us supposedly that he is not providing any more miracles? Because people before they treated his miracles as lie. So if the Quran is a miracle, that will be a very stupid statement. Anyone knows why? Who of you knows why? Why this statement is very stupid and dumb officially? Anyone can tell me? What is stupid about this story? If the Muslim they are saying to us the Quran itself is a miracle, so why he is saying in the same miracle that there's no miracle? Isn't it this verse is a miracle? Are you getting my point? The Muslim they say the Quran is a miracle. Okay, why he is saying I refrain? When Allah he spoke that verse, he just made a miracle according to the Muslims, but he is there saying I refrain from sending miracles. So who is the stupid here? It's like, you know, you say to me, imagine you enter the kitchen and you see your mom, she is cooking something, and you ask her, mom, why you are and you find her making cake, huh? So you say to her, why you are not making cake for us? She say, I refrain from making cake, but she is making a cake. You are talking to her, she is in the kitchen making cake already. So what do you mean you are not making a cake? I refrain from making cake. You are cooking a cake already. Are you guys getting my point? Or I have to explain more? Are we clear? Imagine you met somebody, he is a builder, and you know, you say to him, he is taking a break right now, huh? He is drinking tea, and then you say to him, why you are not building? Then he jump in his stage, whatever, next to the wall, and he start building, and he says to you, I refrain from building. You are building now. What do you mean you refrain? This is how stupid this religion is. So when a Muslim he asks you a question, number one thing you need to do, think of the question and give it back to him. You know what I'm saying? Give it back to him. The same question, he will be in trouble. You see, a Muslim, when he gives you a question, he is not giving you a question, he is giving you a disaster for himself. Like a Muslim, he says to me, how come the Bible is corrupt? Don't start defending the Bible. He is not talking about your book. He's talking about the Bible of Allah. The second you say to him, oh, so you are saying to me the Bible of Allah corrupt, he will start saying, no, I'm talking about your Bible. Abdul, the Quran says that Allah is the one who sent the Bible. He sent the Torah, he sent the gospel. So you are telling me that Allah book, the Torah, and the gospel is corrupt. No, I'm talking about, what do you mean on my book? It's not my book. Like Allah is saying this is his book. The second you mention that to him, he flee. You want to change the topic. Give me another question. Somebody hit me. Hit me. Any Muslim have a question when I hit me with? Try. I mean, try, but you will lose. Any Abdul? Who's a Muslim when I give me a question? All the questions the Muslims they give it to you is stupid, it is dumb. The problem is that we as people who speak to Muslims or try to debate them, many of us we don't have enough education. Number two, you have to give your brain a training. You see, there There's a fast computer, there's a slow computer, there's a fast processor. So you have to upgrade your processor. You have information, it's not enough to read, it's not enough to learn. You need to process the information. Don't be just a shelf where you put the books in the shelves, and the shelves, they are just shelves. The information you read and you hear and you learn, you have to use it. So train yourself. When somebody asks you a question, say to yourself, if I ask him the same question, what will happen? The same exact question he is giving me. As an example, what is, if somebody asks me, how come David is a prophet but he don't have a miracle? Tell him what is the condition in Islam for a person to be a prophet. I want to know if there is a conditions for a person to be a prophet in Islam. Any Muslim can tell me? Hello? Who is a Muslim voluntarily? He is willing to tell us the conditions for a person to be considered a prophet in Islam. Don't tell me there's no conditions. Anyone? If I go right now and search in Islamic website, or if we go to Prophet Google, peace upon him, what is the conditions for a person to be a prophet? Any Muslim? I see no Muslims saying there anything. Do you Muslims have conditions? Do you have rules? Hello? Is the condition for a prophet is to marry 6-year-old child? Is the condition for a prophet to be a thief? Is the condition of a prophet to be a liar? Is the condition of a prophet to be corrupt? Is the condition for a prophet to say things happen to him but there's no witnesses? Because Muhammad, he claimed that he had miracles. As an example, Muhammad, he claimed that he went to the 7-Eleven heaven, but there's no witnesses. Even his wife, she did not witness for him. You know what I mean? So the very simple logic for somebody he claimed to be a prophet, at least if he claimed a miracle, the point of that miracle is to convince us that he is a prophet. Otherwise, I'm not asking him really, it's not necessarily because when you prophesy, you are giving me a miracle, something nobody knows, save God, and God told you, and you are telling me. That's wonderful, that's a miracle by itself. But then a guy who says I am a prophet of God, and then he he claimed that God, he opened his chest, and then he installed a dish of faith and dish of wisdom. Shouldn't I ask him why there's no witnesses? A guy, he said to me, I was the most weak person between mankind, and then God, he sent me a dish of shish kebab, and I ate it, and I get the power of 40 men. Shouldn't I ask him how come there is no witnesses? You know what I mean? You are telling me about things you happen to you. It's a miracle. What is the point of this miracle if nobody can see? Let me tell you about a miracle yesterday I did. I saw a rat, and I told him speak Arabic. The rat spoke Arabic, Hey, Christian Prince, do you have witnesses? It was only me and the rat. Do you want to speak to the rat? Okay, Christian Prince, if we speak to the rat now, he will speak Arabic? No, I think he spoke only yesterday. He will not do it again. I don't think so. So where is the prophet and where is the prophecy? And where is the miracles? So when we ask the Muslims about the miracles, because you Muslims claim that Muhammad have miracles, but how come there's no witnesses, at least in the Quran? Where is the witnesses for Muhammad going to 7-Eleven heaven and going to Jerusalem? According to Muhammad, there's 124,000 messengers were waiting for him in Jerusalem. Can you find me one witness? Any Abdul? Until now, not even one Muslim. He gave me the condition. I'm waiting for it. I don't wanna talk about it unless, and I'm trying to wait for the Muslim to find me the condition. There's a condition. Allah himself, he put a condition in Islam for a prophet to be a prophet. I'm just waiting for the Abdul. Any Abdul knows what is the condition for a prophet to be a prophet according to the Quran. Let me show you. As long as the Muslims look like we will spend the whole night, nobody will call us. In the Quran, Allah, he said, Lord have mercy. Abdul, read with me. Chapter 3, verse number 183. They also said, Allah took our promise not to believe in a messenger unless he showed us a sacrifice consumed by fire from heaven. Say, there come to you messengers before me, with the clear signs, and even with that you ask for. Why then did ye slay them if they speak the truth? Guys, do you see the verse? The verse did not say, no, I did not say that. He did not say, no, I did not ask anyone to give sacrifice, and Allah will send the fire to consume the sacrifice. Anyone knows what they are talking about here? Who of you knows what this what this verse is talking about? What sacrifice they are talking about? And supposedly Allah will send a fire, you know, to consume. Anyone remember what they are talking about? No, there's sacrifice before Abraham. You see, in that Muslims, their Quran, this is the problem. We need to connect the dots. If you go in the beginning of the Quran, or not in the beginning as a start, I mean, you will see the Quran is speaking about the story of the children of Adam. The children of Adam, this is what the Muslims believe. Adam, he have two sons, Cain and Habil in Arabic, Cain and Abel. And Eve, she used to deliver each time a baby boy and a baby girl with every delivery. So what happened, one of the delivery she gave, the girl, she have a cross eyes, and now two brothers, they want to marry the girl who have no cross eyes. I'm serious. That's what they believe. So in chapter 5 verse number 27, Allah, he told Adam to tell his sons to provide a sacrifice, and the one who Allah accept his sacrifice is the one who Allah approve. And then both of them, they give sacrifice as Allah said. One of them he give vegetables, and the other one he gave a ram. A fire came from the sky and took and consumed the ram, and this is how the person he know that he is the chosen one. Are you getting the point now? So it is the Quran who asked Prophet to make miracles. It is the Quran says from the beginning of the time that the one who Allah he sent the fire to consume his sacrifice is the one is accepted. You see, the Muslim, they say to you, they lie to you, they say, in Islam we don't have a sacrifice. All of Islam is about sacrifice. It's a big fat lie. Even they call their Eid, their holiday, the day of sacrifice. Adha means sacrifice. And by the way, they do Adha, they do sacrifice in both, in Ramadan and in the second occasion. Both of them, they are the day of sacrifice. So when the Muslim they say, how come David have no miracles? Well, in your Quran he has. And how come and why Muhammad he have to have miracle? Because the Quran says so. This is why in the other verse here, chapter 3, verse number 183, it says, well, give a sacrifice and let God, your God, send a fire to consume it, to approve that you are truly a prophet. So now do you understand why they ask him for this request? Is it clear, guys? So you need, my friends, you need always, when you speak to a Muslim, the first thing, consider yourself, you are sitting in a table, it have a screw in the middle. It have like it's easy to flip like to the other side, to make it go round. Flip the question for him and you will see how badly he will be in trouble. He will be in trouble, not you. It is in his religion, it's required by Allah, and the one who created this method, it is not us, it is supposedly Allah. It is Allah. And you see the sacrifice was from the beginning of the time, not in the time of Abraham, according to Islam. Are you getting the note? According to Islam, sacrifice starts from the first day of a human being. Since Adam, it was Allah who asked Adam to ask his children to give sacrifice. If we go right now and we read the interpretation for this verse, all right, chapter 3, verse number 183. All right. As you see, even the interpretation confirming that this is a requirement God he gave before. And here they are mentioning that we made such a covenant was made with the children of Israel, but not in the case of Jesus of Muhammad. Why not in the case of Jesus of Muhammad? I thought Jesus is from the children of Israel too. See, right away, Jesus have a lot of miracles. He do not need that. Jesus, he resurrect people from death. Jesus, he made the blind see. Jesus, he create from the mother bird according to the Quran. So what do you mean? What Jesus have to do with this? But in order to save the ass of Muhammad from being exposed, They say it was not required. Yes, it was before, yeah, but it's not required for Muhammad. What? So Muhammad have exception about how many women he can have sex with. He have exception about stealing. He have exception about lying. He have exception about flying. He have exception about boogers. He have exception about his penis. He have exception about his ass. He have exception about everything as long it's not good. As long it does not prove him to be a false prophet or to be a true prophet. So what do you mean he have an exception? Allah, he put rules for some and he don't want them for some. Why? What exception? If we go here, chapter 5, verse number 27. Read it. And recite to them, Muhammad, Habibi Muhammad, recite to them the story of the tale of the two sons of Adam, Abel and Cain, truthfully, etc. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Now they how they each offer a sacrifice to God, which is in the case of Abel was a ram. In the case of Cain's, it was a green crops. And then what Allah he did? Allah he sent a fire from heaven and ate it. So who is the one who put this condition? Any Abdul? Any Muslim? So as you see, sacrifice of a blood is exists from the beginning of Islam, and the idea or the lie the Muslim they say to us that they don't believe in sacrifice, it's a lie. Since the time of Adam, Allah he required sacrifice, and the sacrifice, the one is accepted is a sacrifice of a blood, as you see. So they lie when they say in Islam we do not need sacrifice, and they lie when they say the prophet David don't have a miracle because the Quran says he have miracles, and they lie when they say that Muhammad miracle is the Quran, because if so, then why the Quran says we refrain from sending miracles? Do we have any Muslim? You see, Muslims, if you call me right now, you will win for many reasons. Number one, my light is off and dark, so I cannot type in my keyboard. Number two, I'm so hungry. And when I am so hungry, I mean, my answers come from everywhere. So anyone want to try? I did not eat since yesterday, honest to God. So who wanna win? I cannot even see my keyboard. Any Abdul? My hummus is, don't you see the hummus on the screen? It's all over the screen. What do you mean, where is my hummus? This is hummus. The hummus of Allah. Every word Allah he make, he's making hummus. It's messed up. Have you ever see a child is eating the dirt? He look cute, right? But still he is eating dirt. That is Allah. Muhammad now he is a prophet of God, and he's telling us a story about two brothers. They are fighting over a girl because their other sister she have a cross eyes. I mean, how in the world you Muslims can believe in such a garbage? Two brothers, they have a sister, she have a cross eyes, and now they don't want to have sex with her because she have a cross eyes. And now Allah is going to judge who is going to take the one without, or the one who have no cross eyes. This is what Allah he do for a living. Imagine now I am the son of Adam. Allah please, Allah please, Adam wanna marry the sister, she have a cross eyes, but Allah, she scared the hell of me when I look at her. I'm not even, I don't know where she is looking. Allah, don't do that to me. And the other guy, he stopped praying. Allah please, please let my brother take the one with the cross eyes. This is not fair. First I am nicer. Why you want to give me the cross eyes, girl? I mean, this is scary. Allah, I cannot do that. Okay, now Allah, he have to make decision. There's two guys, they want only one girl. There's only two girls. Imagine, two girls. One have a cross eyes and the other one, she don't have a cross eyes. And now Allah have to solve this problem. So he told Adam, okay, let us do this. The one who give a sacrifice I like, I will approve him. And now we have two guys. One of them, he thought Allah is vegetarian, so he provide carrot, zucchini, cucumber, you know, hummus, and he put it in the table for Allah. The other guy was smarter. He said, now let us see. I think if I make a nice barbecue, but with like raw, you know, because Allah he like raw food. So if I kill a ram and put it for him, I think Allah will like it more. Allah he like shawarma. So he killed the ram, and then Allah he sent the fire, and he did the yummy, and he took the meat. And by this, the winner was the one who killed the ram. I mean, isn't it, this is amazing story? Any Muslim can say I am lying. It's an opportunity. Who is the Muslim wanna call me right now and it challenge me to show him the story of the cross eyes? If there is any lady here, she have a cross eyes. I hope you are not offended, okay? This is the stupid religion of Islam, because you know, if a person have a cross eyes, I mean, is that a crime? Is that will make him bad? Is that, I mean, what the big deal? God. What about Allah? He's Allah. What about Allah? He fixed her eyes and fixed the problem. You know what I mean? If this is the problem, okay, according to Muslims, everything happened because of the will of Allah. Are you saying to me that Allah he made this woman have a cross eyes? We used to have a teacher with the cross eyes. You know, when he look at us, we start doing like bad stuff. When he look in the other direction, we behave. Any Abdul? Any Muslim here? What we can do now? So as you see, it is a new religion. It's required for a prophet to give a sign. Even for those who they are not even a prophet, there's a sign for Allah accepting their offer. So if a person he make an offer, Allah will show you that if his offer is accepted or not. So those people, they said to Muhammad, show us your offer, provide an offer, and if your God he really approve you as a prophet, he will send a fire from the sky, the same as what happened to Cain and Abel. So now do you know why this story happened? So Muhammad he cannot say this is not a true. Yeah, actually, I have to go soon because I'm afraid that the song in my stomach is going to come to your microphone. I don't know if you can hear it. It's talking to me. But anyway, uh, fasting is good. You see, the Muslim, they fast in Ramadan, right? But the fast in Ramadan, there's no fast. It's a lie. They eat like goats all night and they watch porn. And then in the morning they sleep, and then they wake up afternoon, and then they eat at 4 o'clock. I mean, where is the fasting? It is just a switch in the day night and the night day. And actually, you can go right now and search, and you will find that the price of food in Islamic countries in the month of Ramadan go up 4 to 5 times more. And to make it more simple for you to understand, a nation who is fasting, the price of food should go down. Imagine if we say tomorrow nobody will buy gas for the coming month, the price of gas will go down because nobody is buying it. Prices is about high demand and less demand. So why the price of food go crazy in Ramadan? Because they eat like goats, like a cow, never stop chewing. People in Ramadan in Islamic countries, they get fat, and many of them they die actually because of too much food. And not only that, you know, the way the Muslims they fast, as they claim, if they fast, it's a very easy way to get a heart attack. Because what happened when they supposedly refrain from eating for all day, and then they start eating like a crazy all night, that it changed the way their body system, you know, function, and that will make a lot of impact in your system, including your heart. And there's many people, they suffer from heart attack, blood pressure, diabetes, high sugar, etc. For the system is really messed up. And Abdul, you know, when I was a kid in school, I remember, you know, once I was in a house of a Muslim kid in my age, like, you know, we are together in the same classroom. So we went inside his house, and we drank some tea, and we ate some cookies. You know, we are kids. Then when we went to leave, he said, "Wait, wait, wait." I said, "What?" He went to the kitchen, and he got in his hand he grabbed some salt, and then he wet his lips with his tongue, and then he touched his lips with the salt. So I said, "What are you doing, man? You look funny." You know, don't, which means he cannot talk, you know, because if he talk, the salt will fall down. So what he was doing, he taught me what he do. He said, "All my family, they do that." So what they do? What do you mean? He said, in Ramadan, if we go out and we ate, people, they will notice that we are muftareen, we are not fasting, and it's not nice. People, they will know we are not really, you know. So what we do, my dad and my mom, the whole family do that, and maybe the whole neighborhood. So what they do before they leave the house, they eat like donkeys, and then before they leave the house, they put salt in their lips over and over, and that will make their lips dry as if it is fasting for a long time. You believe it? This is the truth. I told him, "Where do you learn this?" He said, all of my family, my mom, my dad, all of them, they do that. So they eat as much as they want. They don't fast, but when they go out in the street, their lips is dry. Put salt in your lips and will make it dry as dead, as if you did not drink anything for a long time. And this is the scenario for all Muslims. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. It's time to make some halal pork, you know, and eat some halal pork. Maybe we will see. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for being here. I hope what we learned today is good for you. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what we do. And supposedly today I will make my video short. You believe it? I lost my day. I was supposedly going to make at least like 5 pages additional in my book because I have to finish before the end of the new year. Unbelievable. I'm not. Yeah. Oh, you guys, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. 3 times. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. 3 times. Muhammad is an idiot. Is an idiot 3 times. Anyway, may the Lord bless you all, and I hope the Muslims are not offended. And if you are offended, who care? We are here to say the truth, and the truth will set you free, not hypocrisy. We don't believe in hypocrisy. You do. We don't practice it. You do. And the one who live with hypocrisy and the one who choose to be politically correct, he will never accomplish anything in his life, starting with his own self, because he cannot be truthful even with his own. He have to say what people like to hear. He have to be hypocrite. Hypocrisy is not only sin against, according to Christianity, it's stupid. I mean, why you want to say something you don't like and you don't believe in? Why you want to say Islam is peace when you know that it is not true? Why you want to say that there's Islamophobia when Muslims are really committing terrorism? How many people they get killed last year in Europe alone, in America, in the Middle East? This is not phobia. We are talking about the death of thousands and thousands of real people who were slaughtered. Stop being hypocrite. Being politically correct will take you nowhere. Be truthful with yourself. And if the truth hurt, it's better that one liar who spread lies and he himself he is losing respect for his own. I say what people like to hear. Like one of you said to me, why you keep saying to the Muslims liars? Because they are liars. What do you want me to say? He said, because if you don't say that, maybe more Muslims will listen to you. I don't care if they listen or not. This is not my business. My business is to be truthful. If you notice, if somebody says something wrong, it doesn't matter if he is a Christian, he's a Jew, he's a Hindu, he's a Buddha, he's a Muslim. I say you are wrong. I have videos showing that some who claim to be Christian priests or ministers exposing them, rabbi and Muslims. So I'm not one-sided. I have to be truthful with myself first. For if you cannot be truthful with yourself, you are not exist. You are just additional lie, and the world is full of it. They fool you in the news, they fool you in your books, they fool you in history, they fool you in documentary, and you believe in them. Just because somebody he made a documentary in National Geographic, you believe in it. But you do not know that every person who speak, he have his own agenda, and he speak for his agenda. And all those who speak in TVs, they have agenda and they are politically correct. So don't be just additional lie. The world is swimming with those lies, where they try to convince the women that she have to make a plastic surgery to have a better breast. They fool you. They are just trying to get your money. Where they convert, or they try to convert you from a human to be their own product, to buy what they want, to spend what they want, to be what they want. It is time for us to be who we want to be and to say what we want to say. And who care what people think? If a man want to marry you because you are skinny, he will leave you for someone she is skinny. If a person he love you because you have big breast, he will leave you for someone she have bigger breast. If someone marry you because you are young, tomorrow you will be old and he will leave you for someone younger. Don't fool yourself. And if you lie about religion, you ask yourself a very simple question. You are lying to who? You are lying to yourself. Many, they lie just to accomplish political accomplishment, as we see what happened with the Trump. If the same decision is made by Obama, nobody complain. The same decision made by Trump, the whole world go crazy. Every president before Trump, he said Jerusalem is the land of the Jews. Trump, he just signed a signature about what he said, what they said before him. They go crazy. This is because we are in a time where everybody is a hypocrite, and nobody dare to say the king is naked. And they are in the time when they try to convince you that we should not make the terrorist angry, as if the terrorists, they will leave you alone if you don't make them angry. So we have enough of hypocrisy. Please don't be an additional lie. We have enough. Thank you very much, and may the Lord bless you, all of you, and see you soon again tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Sunday, New York time. God bless.